bookish friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Emily. This is my channel, Books for Life. So, July is already here, so that means that we have our July TBR, and I am going to participate in Rachel Marie Book Junkie's The Book Junkie Trials, which is this absolutely amazing readathon with maps and like little documents with all of the challenges on it. I mean, she went all out to create this. If you are unfamiliar with this readathon, I will leave a link to her channel, well, specifically her announcement video down below. I took the personality test and I am a scribe, so my team leader is Sophie from Sophisticated Books, so I will leave her channel linked down below, well, her announcement video and her TBR video down below as well. So because this is such an amazing readathon challenge, I am going to be referring back to my computer with the actual prompts on it because they are truly amazing, like everything she came up with. And I'll also post a picture like throughout so that you can see, but I'm going to read the actual challenges. So she created an entire map. So here's a picture of the map. And so we have to go from place to place. And since I'm a scribe, each group, there are like 4 different groups that you could have gotten. And each group has like their own weakness and their own like strength. So because I'm a scribe, our ability is that we can rewrite our tale. So throughout this, we can change a TBR book. So everyone else, they must read the books that they have declared in their TBR, whereas we can change with one book. But because we are scribes, we must read a book that is at least 500 pages long. So the first prompt is we travel to Dwarf Mount. So it says, you spot a fair tavern wench. However, the dwarf minds, grimy and dusty, didn't evoke a very romantic feeling. Read a book with a hint of romance to get you in the mood. So because I am such a huge Christina Lauren fan and I have not yet read The Unhoneymooners, that is what I am going to read for our first prompt for the month of July. And then I travel to the Apothecary Towers, where the wizards dwell. Tricksters, they have blindfolded you and randomized all your books. Choose a book at random from your bookshelf. I have my top, then these two. The other one doesn't really have like a lot of books on it, just has like kind of like stuff. And so I'm gonna go with like top shelf, 2 or 3. So I created a wheel here, so we can spin it and it will tell me if I'm going with my top shelf, my second shelf, or my third shelf, and then I'll count how many books and I'll put that in the wheel. Alright, so my second shelf, so that would be this one. Now the only thing that I'm going to say is if like a book 2 or book 3 of a series come out, I'm going to read the first book. I'm not going to read the third book of an Ember and Ashes series. So there are 26 books. So I have added numbers 1 through 26 to the wheel, so I'm going to spin it, and we will see what book we get, and whatever book we get is the book that I will read, unless it's books number 2 or 3. 21. Alright, so I randomly selected Sky Without Stars. This is part of the System Divine trilogy. It's the first one. This is written by Jessica Brody and Joanne Rendell. And I got this from Book of the Month. And the nice thing is that this will also complete my you must read a book with over 500 pages, because this book is 579 pages. Whew. So after we leave the Apothecary Towers, we enter the Great Library, and it says, the Great Archives, find and read a book that has been on your TBR for forever. Okay, so I've decided that I am going to go with Out of the Easy. I have had this for a few years now, and I've never gotten around to reading it. I've read all of her other books, Between Shades of Grey and Salt to the Sea, and I really enjoyed both of them, especially Between Shades of Grey. I loved that one. So I think that this will be a great one to add, and it's historical fiction, so it's a little bit different than some of the other books that I'll be reading, and I know that I'll probably need a break from some fantasy, so I'm going to read this one. Alright, so now we have left the Great Library and we are entering the Drowning Deep. The whirlpool is so mesmerizing. Read a book with rich world building that will suck you into its own world instead. So that screams fantasy. Okay, so for this challenge, I've decided to go with Blood of Elves in the Witcher series. So this is technically the first book in the series. I've read the 2 prequels. I read the first prequel during the month of May and the second prequel during the month of June. So this is the first one that's actually the actual series. So my goal is to read one of these each month anyway, and this is a completely new world. You're following a witcher who goes around and he hunts like any monsters that kind of like threaten humankind in any way, and his like adventure slaying these wicked beasts. And so I'm really enjoying the series, so this will be a great one to put this one in. All right, so then our final challenge is the Bookie Grail. Here you find a lost manuscript delivered on this forgotten island by a fallen star. Read the group book Stardust. Now, I don't have this book, so I'm hoping that my library will have it, and if not, I will have to quickly order it on Amazon, but I will also obviously be reading Stardust. So those are all of my prompts and challenges for the Bookie Trials. I am so excited to participate. Let me know in the comments down below if you are participating. And I was able to hit my goals for the month too with this. So each goal, so if you're familiar with my channel, then you know each month I want to read a book from a book box, which Sky Without Stars was from Book of the Month. So that would check off that one. And I'm also trying to read the Witcher series each month, so I would get that one in too. I am hoping to be able to read a few other books throughout the course of the month, especially because I am off. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to read at least 10 books, but here are the first 5. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I'll be back with more bookish videos soon. As always, keep reading!